All right. My name is Emery Ivy, and I'd like to welcome everybody to the third annual Big Rock Kids Tournament. I'd like to start out by thanking our major sponsor, Curtis Chevrolet. Right now we got 50 boats and counting. It's going to be a great week of fishing. It's wonderful seeing all these kids down here at the waterfront and participating and get them involved, because they are the future of what it is that we do. Last year, the purse in 2022 was $172,000. We gave $35,000 to the Boys and Girls Club. Without you guys participating and being involved and fishing the tournament, we couldn't do that, so we'd like to say thank you. Let's go ahead and kick the rules off. Randy, if you would. Thank you. I don't know why they got me to do this. I retired a few years ago. I don't read very much, so y'all bear with me. All right, here we go. All boats must be registered with the tournament. Entry fee paid to qualify for prizes and trophies prior to fishing, no later than 9 a.m. on Thursday, July 13th. Everything sound all right? Y'all hear me? Okay.
Sound marvelous, man.
Boats may enter additional levels at any time prior to 9 a.m. Thursday, July 13th. Any boat may be substituted, but must be registered with the tournament committee prior to fishing. The tournament reserves the right and sole discretion to deny entry to anyone for any reason. 2, at least one person from each boat should attend the captain's meeting. Hopefully. For the tournament, which will be held Wednesday prior to fishing, regardless, all participants in the tournament are responsible for knowing all the tournament rules, including any changes to the rules that may take place at the captain's meeting. Fishing time and lay days. No lines or teasers are permitted in the water before official fishing hours. The use of omnidirectional sonar technology will not be permitted before fishing hours. Official fishing hours are 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. This is a 3-day billfish release game fish tournament scheduled for July 13th through 15th, 2023. A boat may fish 2 out of 3 days, captain's choice. Official time will be GPS time. Fish hooked prior to or after fishing hours are not eligible. Fishing days and times will count as day 1 and day 2, eliminating any advantage of fishing on Thursday. Lay day forms may be submitted in person at the Big Rock office or by using the Big Rock app account. Lay day forms must be submitted prior to 9 a.m. on the day declared as a non-fishing day. There will be no exceptions on time. If a boat does not declare a day as a non-fishing day, the tournament committee will automatically count the day as a fishing day for the boat. Rods and reels rules. This is rod and reel tournament, hook and line tournament. Double line and leader combined may not exceed 40 feet. Neither one may exceed 30 feet. The fish must be fought by rod and reel from the boat. A second rod and reel may be attached to the primary rod and reel. It is not allowed to throw a rod overboard with a flotation device. The following practices are illegal in this tournament: the use of a hand line or a rope attached to the line or leader, shooting, harpooning, or lancing, and the transfer of any participant from one boat to another. Drones are not allowed in this tournament. All billfish must be reported to the tournament headquarters when hooked, lost, or released. If a fish is released by a junior angler, report the angler name and age for real-time scoring. Radio frequency shall be VHF channel 71 with an alternate of 78A. Boundaries. All boats fishing the tournament must be between Loran lines north 40-275 and south 39-200. All fish must be hooked within those coordinates. State and federal regulations. All vessels in participants shall comply with North Carolina and federal fisheries laws and regulations regarding fishing license, vessel permits, fishing gear, season size limits, and bag limits. Participants shall also adhere to all Big Rock Kids Billfish Tournament rules as contained herein. Qualifying billfish. All participants' fish and boats must adhere to all state and federal regulations to qualify for prizes in this tournament. One example is please don't haul the fish out of the water. The fish must remain in the water. Don't bring them out to get pictures. That's not good for the fish, and we want to teach our kids to do the right thing, to leave them in the water. Let's see, where did I leave that off? This is an all-release tournament. So you got to release all your billfish. Do not bring one in. I don't care if it is dead. Let it go. A billfish is boated when any portion of the fish breaks the outside vertical plane of the boat. In the event a fish is boated, the boat will automatically disqualified from the tournament. That was what I was telling y'all about. Release points. Cash prizes will be awarded to the boats that score the greatest number of points. Release points will be awarded when the mate touches the leader or the 30-foot leader touches the rod tip. No release points will be awarded if the gaff breaks the outside vertical plane of the boat. In the event of a tie, in total release points, a tiebreaker shall be the largest single game fish by weight, dolphin or wahoo. If no game fish are caught, the winner will be determined by the first boat to achieve the winning total. In order to qualify as a release by federal law, the billfish must remain in the water. 125 release points will be awarded for all billfish, including blue marlin, white marlin, sailfish, hatchet marlin, spearfish. When the mate touches the leader, or the leader touches the rod tip before the fish is released. When a team turns in a release form provided by the tournament committee, attested to by signature of the captain, mate, or angler on board the boat, at the time of release, this form may be submitted to the official weighmaster of tournament headquarters, to the official weighmaster, or at tournament headquarters, or submitted electronically via the Big Rock app. Release forms must be turned in the day the fish was released, no later than 10 p.m. on Thursday and Friday, and 6 p.m. on Saturday. So please, on Saturday, if you're fishing, you got to get your release form in here by 6 p.m. to qualify. Other than blue marlin, billfish forms may be photographed and uploaded via the Big Rock app. 400 points will be awarded for blue marlin if the team provides indisputable video and photo evidence to the rules committee. To qualify for 400 points, teams must turn in a release form in person or online via the Big Rock app account, along with video or photo evidence. All release forms must be turned in the day the fish is released, no later than 10 p.m. Thursday and Friday, and 6 p.m. on Saturday. The photo or video must show clear, indisputable evidence that the fish is a blue marlin. It is the responsibility of the participants to ensure that their camera's clock and date are set accurately to reflect the time and date the releases qualify for 400 points. If the rules committee is unable to see indisputable evidence that a fish is a blue marlin, the release will be scored at 125 points. 25 bonus points will be awarded for all billfish released by a Big Rock kid as defined as an angler age 16 and under. The kid must be the primary angler. The rod may be passed to the junior angler on board, age 16 and under. I said that wrong, didn't I? No, did I get that right? I'm gonna read that one again if I can find it. The rod may be passed to other junior anglers on board, 16 and under. A billfish hooked by an adult must be handed off to a junior angler immediately or in a timely manner. An angler's age must be verified on the release form and attested to by the signature of captain, mate, or angler on board the boat at the time of the release. Disqualification. A boat will be disqualified from the tournament if the boat, captain, and crew violate any of the rules of the tournament. Game fish. Winning game fish will be determined by weight. In the event of a tie, the winner will be determined by the first fish weighed in. The fish must be in fresh, edible condition and fit for human consumption. All game fish must be weighed in the day they are caught. All game fish must be reported as soon as possible after 3 p.m. The weighmaster has the right to refuse any fish. Game fish are defined as dolphin and wahoo. So I answered my own question. There's no tuna. If no qualifying game fish are caught in levels 4 and 5, the total amount of prize money in each level will be retained by the tournament. In the event that only one qualifying fish is caught in level 4 or 5, the total amount of prize money in each level will be paid to the first place fish. Weigh in. All game fish eligible for prizes must be offloaded and weighed at the official tournament weigh stations from the boat landing the fish. In other words, you can't walk up the fish. The fish must be entered on the official entry form by the tournament weighmaster. The same scales and weigh station will be used for all fish, including those in the North Carolina Billfish Series. Game fish scales will close at 7 p.m. each day. The weigh station is located on the Warrior City waterfront. The weighmaster has the right to refuse any fish in his sole discretion. Mandatory hook requirements. Non-offset circle hooks are mandatory when deploying natural bait or natural bait artificial lure / artificial lure J hooks are allowed only on artificial lures. Prize money checks will be made payable to the person or entry so indicated on the registration form to the winning boat. Social Security number, tax ID number of the recipient must be provided on the entry form. All undisputed funds will be distributed 10 days after the tournament. Protest. Any protest by any participant against another participant must be submitted in writing to the Tournament Rules Committee. No protests are allowed against the tournament. Any protest must be received by 9 a.m. on the day following the catch and by 6 p.m. on the last day of fishing. Any member of the Rules Committee or the weighmaster, in their sole discretion, retains the right to hold and keep any fish deemed questionable by him with respect to being qualified for any prize or cash award. If the retention of the fish is refused, the fish will automatically be disqualified. Dispute resolution. I know why you gave this up, dude. A protest by one participant against another must be submitted in accordance with Rule 15. All other disputes, controversies, claims, or any other kind arising out relating to the tournament, including but not limited to all disputes concerning decisions by tournament officials, boards, committees, must be submitted in writing to the Rules Committee no later than 6 p.m. on the last day of the fishing tournament. Failure to submit any such disputes in writing by the date and time shall constitute a waiver and release of any and all such disputes. In the event any dispute arising out or relating to the tournament in any way, interested parties shall use their best efforts to settle such dispute by mutual agreement. To this effect, responsible authorized representatives of interested parties shall meet, consult, and negotiate with each other in good faith, with or without third-party mediator, and attempt to reach a mutually satisfactory solution. In the event they do not reach a solution within 5 days prior, period of 5 days after the first notice of any party to any other existence of the dispute, then without waiving any other provisions, these rules concerning absolute discretion, final decisions may be made by the tournament officials, boards, or committees of sole and exclusive means for resolution of any dispute shall be procedure set below. The dispute shall be submitted to arbitration under the North Carolina Revised Uniform Arbitration Act, Chapter 1, Article 45C of the North Carolina General Statutes. All negotiations, mediation, arbitrations, hearings shall take place in Warrior City, North Carolina, or other such places interested parties may agree upon. The arbitration shall be conducted by a single arbitrator who is a retired North Carolina state or federal judge or an attorney whose practice experience includes commercial litigation. The arbitrator must be a resident of North Carolina. In the event that interested parties cannot agree upon an arbitrator, the decision shall be made by a resident Superior Court judge of Carteret County, North Carolina. Prior to any arbitration hearing, limited discovery shall be permitted in the purposes of obtaining production of documents and taking depositions. All discovery shall be governed by the North Carolina Rules of Civil Procedure. All issues regarding discovery shall be decided by the arbitrator. All discovery shall be completed within 90 days after the selection of the arbitrator provided, however, the arbitrator shall have the authority to extend or reduce the time for discovery in the manner consistent with general desire for expedited resolution of the dispute. All fees and expenses for arbitration shall be borne by the parties equally. However, each party shall bear the expense of said party's own counsel, experts, witnesses, and preparation of presentation of proofs. Only in the case of extreme abuse of procedure may the arbitrator reallocate costs expenses. Any arbitrator award may be enforced by action of Superior Court of Carteret County in terms and conditions. Its agreement shall be constituted, interpreted, and enforced under the laws and judicial decisions of the state of North Carolina, notwithstanding any principle of context of law. In the event any part of this agreement shall be declared illegal, invalid, or void, such declaration shall not be affecting the validity of any other terms or provisions of this document. Weight altercation, don't do it. Attempted weight altercation of any game fish will automatically disqualify the boat from the tournament. IGFA rules apply regarding mutilated fish. The Rules Committee reserves the right to cut open any fish for inspection and suspected weight altering efforts such as weights, ice, water, etc. Polygraph. Polygraph tests may be administered to captain, mate, and others deemed necessary by tournament officials. Participants may make themselves available for polygraph testing in Carteret County within 24 hours of following notice of tournament from tournament officials. Individuals are required to take polygraph tests, must not consume alcohol or any controlled substance within 8 hours of the test. A participant refusal to take polygraph test or failure to answer test questions in a manner satisfactory to tournament officials in their sole discretion may result in disqualification. By entering the tournament, participants consent to the admissibility of polygraph results in any disputed proceeding arising out of the tournament. Withdrawal from the tournament. No fees will be refunded. Refunds in the event no qualifying fish or prize money will be retained by the tournament. Violation of rules. Any boat violating any of these tournament rules or boat containing a participant violating any rules is subject to disqualification from the tournament unless another sanction from a particular violation is expressly set forth with herein. By participating in the tournament, all participants acknowledge that tournament rules are material and disqualification is permitted. Appropriated sanction of any violation of any tournament rules. Decision regarding interpretation of the rules, violation of rules, penalties, and suspension of any rules or penalties may be made by the Rules Committee and or Board of Directors in their sole discretion. All the decisions by the Rules Committee and Board of Directors are final and are not subject to challenge by participant. Are there any questions? Okay.
Can we
All
use
right.
cell phone video on Blue? Is all right?
Yes.
Yes.
What was that question?
So the question was, for video evidence for a blue marlin, can you use your cell phone? And the answer to that is yes. Yes, you can. It's not like the other tournament. Just as long as it's time, date, stamped, it can be on any form of, it can be a cell phone, GoPro, whatever.
What detail?
We just want a picture of a blue marlin that is in it, that has the time step and the time that you caught the fish. No, we just need a picture of the blue marlin.
Time and date.
Time and date stamp.
Give me a cell phone.
Can't be a cell phone.
Yep.
I'd advise everybody, get a stick, get a GoPro, put it on the stick. You can get a lot more in the water than you can up top. Just have somebody available to do that. That's one of the best things you can do. Just make sure time, date, stamp. Correct. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the question was, can you pass a rod from the bridge to an adult to pass to a kid? And the answer to that is yes. You can do that. We have any other questions? All right, well, please see Madison. She'll be here registering your junior anglers. She'll be upstairs. The food and bar is open, and let's everybody have a big time.
What's up, man? How are you?
I got you. Well, damn, it's gonna be real.